Hello, hello, hello. We are getting there. We are getting there. See, see, we haven't been live in a while. Here I am. See, we're getting there. I'm just, you know, I need to do this if I'm going to do this channel. Hello, hello, hello. There I am. We are getting there. We are getting there. Damn delay. Okay. If I'm going to do this, I need to do this with humor. Because this is why I got to do it this way. Hold on. I came in an hour early as well. Hello, Rebecca and Melody. Okay. I have to do it this way because, I don't know, women's rage. I don't know a better way to do this. How do I talk to the Vatican and be like, yo, Pope, do you remember what happened in the 1600s last time? Do you remember, Pope? Do you remember what happened to people in the 1600s? During the last grand solar minimum, which is a solar cycle that affects human consciousness. You know, with the protons that are pegging the Earth with space radiation. You know, the protons that scientifically are proven to be neurotransmitters. Whew. Boy, we got some stuff to sort out in the church. Whoops. My camera went a little. I got to keep my eye on the camera because I'm doing it a special way for comedy's sake, and all of my filters on my computer didn't want to work, so I have to do it through my phone and then look at my computer like this, and then my mouth goes weird like this. But it's okay because this is my WTF Sky channel, so it doesn't matter what I look like. So what I want to do is talk about the Vatican preparing guidelines for apparitions and other supernatural phenomena. If anyone knows Mari, I started my channel, WTF Sky, because of a supernatural occurrence that has cost me a lot of time in the mental ward, in and out, because people think I'm fucking crazy. And I know I'm not. So this is how I'm expressing my women's rage about the fallen consciousness, courtesy brought to you by the Romans and the Vatican. Maybe we can learn from history this new cycle that's repeating. And I know you all are upset that I incarnated back for it, and I remember fully my whole memory of the I Am presence all the way back to source consciousness. Ooh, the Pope, are you listening? Because I speak for the people. That's why I came. So this video, the live stream may be entertaining, but it's for you, Vatican. It's for you, how to talk to the people that you fucked in the ass. Which is primarily the females in the whole population of all civilization. The elders in all indigenous native tribes cry out to you to listen. They send trolls like me, incarnated from the stars, asking people to listen. Why do they want to cover their asses on people reporting supernatural phenomena in a growing population that is connected to channeling, to meditation, to the higher realms of existence that they blatantly want to deny. Why do they want to deny? Why do they want to filter the people? They think they have spiritual authority over the population, this Vatican, who God speaks to and who God does not speak to. So this is why I have to put on my fucking long face here. Because I'm an agent of God and, you know, I'm exactly what the system does not want. I am the little, you know, troll under the bridge. Because I see one side of the bridge where all the Satan worshipers are, and then on the other side of the bridge, I see the Vatican, which looks the fucking same on both sides. Oh, the priests are fucking little boys while the Satan worshipers are drinking blood. So me, the troll under the bridge, is your holy person in the world to listen to. I'm sorry, Vatican. I had to come on this live stream to get it out of my system because I remember you burning my ancestors, calling them witches and pagans, which are false labels of being connected to creation on an energetic conscious level. It has nothing to do with demons or witchcraft. So let's go look at this article. Can you tell I'm pissed? I don't know. I came on saucy because I want to get it out. I want to get it out. I want people to see they're trying to control a narrative. They're blanking it as a climate emergency. Okay. The sun shifting its bioelectromagnetic poles in frequency, they're calling climate change to distract the population from their connection to creation, because it's easier to manage people in fear than it is to just let them know who they are and make them feel safe, apparently. We live in a world of abundance, and somehow we have these false famines and wars making us believe that we are less than what we actually are, which is creation experiencing itself, that no God can come in between creation and creation experiencing itself, because creation is God experiencing itself. The Vatican is a version of its own God experiencing itself, with the ideology thinking that it can actually tell the public who is a divine messenger and who is not. This is something I find very humorous, being a spiritual messenger, because I am not the messenger they were looking for, but here I am. They have to deal with people like me. Oh, woo, you guys in the robes. I like your robes. I like the popes with the robes. And you know, the Pope, I love you. You are me and I am you. And that's what you don't want to let the public know, is that the unity consciousness is oneness. You don't want people to know that they are you, because then that might mean that they have power over you. And that's scary, because you're so righteous and you think that you have it all locked up. What it is to be a human and what it is to live on a planet Earth that's not taken care of very well from a housing and food standard, when you're at the bottom of the barrel, when you're living in your little gold pillared palaces in Rome. Okay, is this demonic? Is this sacrilegious? Okay, this is from source consciousness. This is from God, from 0 point of creation to all religions. You have no spiritual authority over the population. And the sun going into the grand minimum will bing, 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 wake people up to that. It's good news. It's good news. The women's rage is good news because the women's rage is the sensory feeling and emotional center of existence. So what we're walking into is a man's world that got fucked up because men forgot how to feel and use their emotions. Are you getting this, Pope? I just want to make sure that you got it in your head what Mother Mary stood for. And was her name actually Mary or was it Mari? Do you remember the spelling and the etymology? Do you remember the history? I'm just wondering because I take it pretty fucking personal. I really appreciate anyone listening just to let me get this out because this is just a message to the Vatican. You know, people used to call me a sacred clown back in the native tribe days because I can see the black, I can see the white, and I can see that it's all fucked up. It's all gray, and that's gray matter for the brain. That's intelligence. Do you know what gray matter is? Can you tell by my big mouth? This is for you, the Pope. I hope my message gets to you. We need help on planet Earth. You're one of the spiritual leaders. How about you, Dalai Lama? Or what? Do I have to go to Putin or Kim Jong-il? All of you are characters of source consciousness. You are all characters of the unified field, which is a quantum field of existence, which is made of consciousness, which is made of gray matter, which is of the mind, which emotions put energy into motion. Do you understand how energy is created, Mr. Thermodynamics thing that energy cannot be created or destroyed? Do you understand yet that there are people that have been schooled outside of your indoctrinated universities that actually understand quantum mechanics and quantum physics? The people here like me, Mari, actually challenging you, the system, and how fucked up you treat people in society? I'm your fucking Jesus Christ, Pope. That's your problem. And you know what's scary? All the people behind me following me are the same as me. You got a bunch of clone armies that are pissed from source consciousness. Can you see me and all the others pissed down in the field on the ground of planet Earth dealing with the 1% bullshit that's falling apart? I'm your sweet karma. That's my message. The people watching, you're their sweet karma. Yes, you're their puppet masters. Play with them. You can do it just right here with the third eye. I drive my family crazy with this kind of stuff because I'm well into it and they don't get it. But everything to do with your existence in life has to do with your experience and your emotions and what you actually feel and experience. And I've experienced a lot in my life. And I'm not going to have an institution like the Vatican try to deem my relationship with the creator, which is source consciousness, which is 0 point, which is the point of all creation. Thought creates sound. Sound creates a whole spectrum of sound frequency and vibration. Sound turns into light. Science has already proven sound turns into light. two light particles colliding create matter. All is conscious. Do I have to spell it out any more for you, Pope? There is only one God. You Catholics fucked my Gnostic ancestors up by calling them witches, which is a label I detest and deny. And then you take polarized thought patterns in psychology, and then you scare people that they're actually devil demons when they're just negative thought patterns in psychology. You have fucked people up psychologically, Vatican. How dare you think you can control the population and the masses with your fucking opinion? After the history that I have fucking seen as just a weirdo, earthling, autistic, traumatized PSTD case, which has caused the divergence. Your evil rhetoric and separation tactics with war, famine, you, the Jews, and all this fake Israel, all your fake kingdoms you've made up. Israel is the original kingdom. ISIS, eyes, see, ISIS. Foresight, hindsight, present moment. That's all there is in conscious awareness. Thank you for all letting me vent this, because it's like, seriously, shit I have nowhere to go with, because there's only a fraction of society that can see how fucked in the ass they've been. You know, a lot of people don't realize they're actually bent over getting fucked in the ass right now, while the Vatican tries to social landscape the emotional waters of planet Earth that they fucked originally. You're right, Melody. The Cathars and the Gnostics did follow the true path of the Creator. That the whole path to enlightenment was going from lower consciousness, which is your black and white thinking. Am I good? Am I bad? Well, you're both. To the higher perspective, to knowing you are good, you are bad, you are empowered to use your good this way, your bad that way. You know, it installs a natural sense of morality with the unified consciousness that they don't even realize they're a part of, because they act separate from it because they want to be in so much control of it. It just shows the Vatican's lack of faith in people, because they don't believe in themselves. They don't give the people what they need to succeed, which is so basic. People need food and water. You guys are making everyone run after fucking money and material goods. It's bullshit. And people like me are rising up. The trolls under the bridge. What are you going to do? You're not going to burn us all like you did in the 1600s. Because we're not fucking witches. We're pro-human. We're humanists. We don't want your fucking genocide. We don't want your fucking killing for no reason. We don't want you torturing the children the way you do with all your fucking weird dissective ways in science with adrenochrome and trying to save your life because you're scared of death, because you don't even understand natural cycles to realize your immortal body, that you only use this flesh as a temporary experience. You're still running from death. This is my message to the Pope, and I hope others can, you know, this isn't easy shit to digest for people. And this is why I keep it off of Grand Solar Minimum. You know, there's 33,000 followers on that channel, and they don't want to hear me and my fucking rage. But I need it somewhere to go. Because who's gonna fucking start talking about it? I'm not scared of the Vatican. I'm not scared of the CIA, the FBI. I am them. Now what? What? It's a consciousness. It's a unified field. It's all linked together. What are they gonna do? Nothing. They can't. They can censor me, but I'm gonna be blapping these lips. Blah, 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 blah. I will not shut up. I will be heard far and wide, all throughout the cosmos, the multiverse, and everything. I will not shut up. I will stick up for human rights. Like it's like I'm the most extremist social activist in the planet. And all my followers are too. See, this is all we have to do. This is the untelevised revolution. This is it. This is it. This is all. This is Mari, and this is called Holy Mari is out of fucks to give. And this is the new second coming, is us, the people rising in our consciousness, not putting up with bullshit, sticking up for our children and being the ancestors that we needed, that we didn't have, the ancestors that we lost, that the fucking Vatican and Roman Empire, you know what you did. And I forgive you. This is why Jesus had to be like, you know what? You got to let that shit go and just forgive. And this is your fucking chance to accept my forgiveness. And this is for the Pope. Maybe we can talk one-on-one about it. Because I'm definitely a person you want to talk to if you want to discuss peace. Because I've been staring at the sun for a decade and I'm a bit under a daze by it and its consciousness. I might have remembered the sun gods. I might be talking to them daily. And I know all about duality and I know all about non-duality. So I am an ascended space ninja. I recommend Biden and Trump to have a talk with me if you want. We'll do it through telepathy, shall we? Okay, this video just confirms our agreement. Thank you. Now I'm the president. Why do you think Trump is, like, trying to fight for some kind of monarchy? He knows this is a spiritual battle. He knows that the thing that rules on this earth is the consciousness, is the collective mind. It's not one person. It's a collective hive mind. This is what the Vatican is scared of. They're scared of the Gnostics uprising. Uh-oh, it's already happened. Look at me. Some people don't get it because they don't know their history. But I know my fucking history. I've seen enough. Ooh, I hope the Vatican has a good response for all these Holy Mary apparitions and Lady Fatima. Because as the sun goes into this 2030, the veil thins. You think our magnetosphere is thin now? Ooh. Then you couple the space weather and the fact that all atomic matter is actually conscious. I mean, have you seen how CERN has like a ghost that they found in the collider? Like the actual ghost. It's like it's it's all collective subatomic. It's like the particle universe breaks off into collectives and creates things from the microcosm to the macrocosm. Oh my God. It's so good. It's so good to see the system by its balls. And I just, maybe it's, I have to come on here and just gloat about it. Because it is karma to watch the system fall apart. You know, I might only have like 5 people watching me right now, but it's like the organic reach of just one person watching me is good enough. It's good enough. I don't need like 5,000 people watching me on a live stream. And I know why I'm censored the way I am, because I'm radical. I'm very radical. I know I'm radical, but I'm radical in the most high sense. I'm radical in a very good way to be. And I will never change who I am. And I will not allow the Vatican to tell anyone who, whether or not God has spoken to them or not. I definitely, I had good cause to be a little, look at you. This guy, what do you know about me, man? What do you know about my suffering and struggles? And then I look at my suffering and struggles and then look at people less than me, the ones in the war zones, the ones starving and actually the victims of the false war and the false famine because of the false narrative and the false dogma and the false ideology and all the false borders and the false religions and the false, separation by skin color. When you look at the sameness, you see that these people are all just fools. They are the fools. And I guess that's where I'm going to leave my ending, because I could go on for this for a while. I could just sit there and talk about how the Vatican is just a bunch of fools. But I think this is enough. And if it doesn't get them through YouTube, it gets them through my mind's eye. It gets them through your mind's eye too. So just think about it. And then it just fucking intrudes their thoughts. Because you're all a part of the collective consciousness. That's why they don't want you to know about it. That's why they want you to bother Jesus. They don't want you to go to 0 point, because then you'll directly affect them. Fuck. I let out the bag of all the secret mystery schools that were hiding. Now what are the mystery schools gonna hide? There's no fucking secrets left. I just spilled all the beans. Walter Russell did it before me. So didn't Nikola Tesla and Einstein and all the other people that you probably should have deified. It's just science. It's like everybody has it at their fingertips. Nobody's special. Everybody's a walking miracle. It's like both. Come on, guys. We're going into a grand solar minimum. This sun regionally is going to fuck people in the ass. It's time to get together, guys. Where's my boys on the top? Where's my 1%? Where's my CIA and all my little handler NSA agents watching me, making sure I don't do anything, ooh, Oh, because people like me. Oh. We're against the government consensus, last I checked. I wonder why. Just calling you morons out. Fix your ways. It's the only way. There's no easy way out, government. There's no easy way out, Vatican. You must apologize to the natives of this land. You got to apologize to the indigenous. And there needs to be some fucking paybacks. You guys living in your little white pillars, and now you're all your little underground caves. That's where your rich asses are gonna hide in the fucking caves like your little ants. You can't hide. You will not hide from what's to come. All the real religious, righteous people of the light are protected divinely. The only people that are falling are the ones that fucking fell and took everyone down with them. Because now they're going to know who they are and what they are, and they're going to feel really fucking sorry about it. Because as the veil thins, people will remember their past lives. People will remember their star heritage. People will remember the unified field of consciousness, and they will have access to their own identity in comparison to all the other I am presences within the collective hive mind. This shit goes deep, and I just took the fucking lid off of it, Vatican, please. There's no stopping it. You're not going to stop the unity consciousness forming. The new age of enlightenment is upon us. Do you remember the last cycle of the age of enlightenment? You fucked the indigenous pretty good. Let's not repeat that this time. I just have to get these things off my chest. I don't want these cycles to repeat. And this is the probably nicest way I can put it. With all of the generational, ancestral trauma and rage that the collective hive mind is storing within planet Earth. It could be combustible. And its energy basically trapped with nowhere to go. Just like the laughter from source consciousness. You know, you have the I am presence watching itself basically play with itself. So one end it's hysterically funny, and on the other end it's hysterically sad. And that is why all must just come to an end, which means everyone's coming to the center. Just call it for what it is. And that's not easy for humans to do, to not define things, to be like everything just is right now in this moment with no definition. Humans want to define things with time and patterns and structures. The universe works with sacred geometry. The universe works with the senses. The language has diluted the senses. So the more you connect to planet Earth and being out in the sun and connecting to nature, the more grounded you are in your knowing, in your own existence, the more you realize you are who you are, which is just creation, experiencing creation. See, Vatican, I'm harmless, like a little fly, like a little butterfly, like a little flying touch hole going with the flow. How many other Freemasonry symbols and jokes do I have to give you guys to get your attention? You want to play the shh game still? Shh, shh. Mother Mary's sick of the shh game, shh, with the whole Illuminati stuff. It's time to, you know, activate your bullshit and go into the peace, unity shit now. Anyway, I'll be here as the mascot supporting humanity walking into unity consciousness going into 2030. You can watch my trials and tribulations with the government and the church and the Pope. I guess that's what I'm going to use this channel for. Wiseassery and hijinks. Sacred clown tactics.